Hi, it's me, Michael, in ultra lag. I don't know why, but this is just going to have to be how it goes. I make apps and do stuff, so I'm going to tell you how my week was, showing you, starting with the power of my Dungood data visualizations. I've just clicked on something and it's taken like 20 seconds to change. So this video might take a restart, but that's annoying because I've just got everything up. Podcast over two weeks worth of recordings has taken 5 hours, so that's pretty good, isn't it? So that's what I did last Friday, and that's what I just did today. And then I released this habits change into the Dungood promotion in Good Habits on Friday. So I've been just looking at a few sign-ups from that this week. I'll just quickly show you the main thing. So this is the changes app changes. So we've got a redesign. Oh, that's looking smoother again. Okay, cool. I'm back. So we are looking at this new process, which is instead of the timeline that we have in the current version, we will have these sort of independent message bubbles, and we will reply to you with insights as the little robot. So I have started on that this week. So I've implemented this much, and it was actually quite fun to work on these bubbles because it's a different bubble shape to before. I will not tempt fate by trying to get that to work. But yeah, we've got this the new bubble shape, and I'm starting on the bot thing. But it feels like it's going to be a lot to get this figured out. But I think it's hopefully going to be worth it. But I am starting to wonder if there's some sunk cost fallacy going into all this. But we'll see. Yesterday, something that I did spend a lot of time on, maybe not intentionally, but it's long overdue, is getting Xcode server and some continuous integration working. So something you're supposed to do when you're programming, when you've got like a serious project, is automatically run all of your tests every time you sort of like make some changes, or every hour or every week or whatever, so that you catch any problems. So you write this code that tells you, that verifies that it's working and not crashing in normal use. And then when you make a change in one bit of the app, you have these tests running. You're supposed to run them all the time, but the idea is like it's going to catch if you just broke some other screen without realizing. So I finally got that working, and so I've got my changes, and that's running on the Mac Mini. So I've got my changes tests. It tests it on all the different simulators and builds it. So there's no errors on the changes build. The habit bot, I need to fix my tests because lots of tests are failing. But my shoot as well hasn't got any unit tests yet. But this is good. I can plug a phone in. But this is really good because it means I've got that process in place, and it wasn't that easy to do. But also Dungood I did. So this little tick is the result of me figuring out this is how many times I had to try different things before I could get it to work. But now I've got my tests for the Dungood website running automatically, and hopefully that means I don't break the freaking registration flow again. So yeah, so that's been a process improvement just as I sort of think about the next big round of changes in the app changes. So next, what I've done, I did a lot of work on Shoot. That's what I mostly worked on in the early parts of this week. And I just realized that there was a lot to figure out. So I've implemented a new onboarding screen. That's done. Which explains the difference between AirPlay and HDMI and Lightning connections. because it just wasn't obvious that they behave differently, because I've got like this battery button, but it only makes sense in the HDMI connected mode. I've also updated this first screen. It had like some stuff that's not relevant anymore, and I just ended up designing this screen because I was going to make an in-app purchase, but then I decided that it would be better, instead of trying to like get £3 out of people with an in-app purchase, if I can get more people following me on Twitch, then there's this whole culture of subs and stuff on Twitch. So if I can get, instead of sort of trying to nickel and dime people for features within the app, if I can convert those people to people that come and enjoy my streams, and I can work for a living for them, and then they might sub for £2.50 or £5 or whatever, and then that actually sort of, I mean, maybe it's not quite on the same scale as Shoot, where it's selling like 150 odd copies a week. It sort of feels better to me. But also something this morning I noticed was there's this app with a very suspiciously similar name to mine, to Shoot, and I noticed they've got I mean, it's not good looking, but they've got like some stuff that indicates the aperture, ISO, focus, auto white balance, and they've got a little record button, so I could see why they might be eating my lunch a bit. So I first I want to get this stuff in, but then next, but yeah, I was hoping to get this released next week, but I don't think it's going to go in next week, because I figured out the UX stuff, but now I've just got to make sure there's no actual crashes and things. So this is quite a delicate app to work on, because there's quite a lot that can go wrong. So that's all that, and then so that's mostly what I've done this week. If we just so let's have one more little bit of music. So there we go. That is this week. I'm kind of looking at this going, I haven't had a holiday. I actually fixed this timeline this week. It wasn't in order. So I figured out what was going on there. It does seem to make it take a lot longer to load. We will figure these things out. But you see, the last time I had a long holiday back in August, and then like a week off, maybe 2 weeks in January. But it's starting to, and I had that day off, but it's starting to look like I'm in need of probably a break. So I'm starting to feel like, what's the point? Because what we're looking at here is, this is, you see the grey bars, we can just make this bigger. This is like my income. Grey bars are stuff I just feel like I have no control over. Yellow, you see I managed to do some stuff on Good Habits, which is the yellow. So that's gone from, so at this point I released a new change that sort of encouraged people to buy an in-app purchase. And you can see it's not at zero, it's making a little bit of a difference, but it's still kind of within the variance of Shoot. So it's just feeling very slow going. But I'm just trying to, and also I did settle on a streaming schedule this week. So I thought, well, Twitch is where I want to focus myself. That's what I haven't talked about. So Twitch, I created a streaming schedule and created a video, and I did a stream on creating little characters in. So I figured out some volumetric lighting in Unity. So that's sort of like without, but then can we see with? We sort of managed to get a little bit of that lighting effect. So if I turn the background back, we got a bit of volumetric lighting going. I traced around Barry's beard. I managed to sort of rig him as a movable character, and then I spent like a while trying to figure out how to load a JSON file in to make him do a dance, and then got about 2 3/4 of an hour in, got raided. So here's all the chat that appeared as a result of that. So I was on my own for most of it. But so that was my Wednesday. That's my new Wednesday stream where I just do a fun programming project. The Friday one is the podcast. Monday I tried my first songwriting and music production, which was I realised I did it at my desk. I did a music production stream at this desk when I should have done it in the audio production room so I could play music in there, which I just thought, I'm just going to assemble some stuff and bring it in. But I realised that, I should do it from in there. So that's what I'll do next week. And yeah, still doing the live music ones on Saturdays. So I hope maybe see you tomorrow. And now we're going to go and have dinner. I'm going to look over to Shaz and go, hi. Okay, let's finish that off. Bye.